process to the legal department of INEC to prosecute in due course. And one of the reasons they decided to, do this was to have debrief officers that have been posted to the election security management duties and appraise their performances, find out the gaps of what happened so that they are better prepared for the coming elections this Saturday. So hopefully this time around we'll have less violence.
All right, so INEC is asking, as the Independent National Electoral Commission is asking that it needs to reconfigure the BVAS, that's the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System, for the next round of elections. If you recall, the court had granted an order for the candidates of the PDP and the LP to be able to review the BVAS, but they're saying that the commission urged the Presidential Election Court to vary the orders granted so that the candidates can, Atiku and Peter Obi can inspect the materials used for the last elections once they've configured getting it prepared for this Saturday's election. Then INEC in a motion notice filed on March 4th is praying the court to vary the order which restrained it from tampering with the materials used for the elections. They need it for this weekend and they're asking for it to be considered. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table. So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a help.
For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down and
where. So like this person might just say, you people can just be on 3rd Mainland Bridge on a bike. And the person say, babe, I cannot do it again. In person, you have the closure that you want and the few injuries.
Guys, that's...
Zamfara killings. Nigerians must defeat merchants of death, says Tinubu. Guba Assembly polls. CSOs warn INEC against repeats of presidential election mistakes. And February 25 polls, 203 nabbed, 18 firearms recovered from political thugs, says Inspector General of Police. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Major headline.
Major headline, okay.
So the APC and some of the chieftains of the APC descended to a new low as perennial election losers, and that the former governor of, the PCC and some other members of the also said like words about the protest yesterday. We'll react later on during our hot topic.
Okay, I was going to take the APC hoping that they can zone the Senate presidency to the southeast. The National Working Committee, according to inside sources, said that because the president-elect is from the southwest the Vice President-elect, Kashim Shettima, is from the Northeast. Therefore, the number 3 man, therefore, should be from the Southeast. I said that the National Committee members said some elders of the party have been having these conversations in line with the regional tripod in the country, and they revealed that they were of the view that in the spirit of inclusiveness, Tinubu will pay us, according to them, pay them to ensure that they zone the Senate presidency to the east, so that things can at least look fair and with equity across board. And that's the conversation they're having, according to this report, within the National Working Committee.
So President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu urged Nigerians to come together to defeat merchants of death and terror once and for all. And he was talking about the mindless killings that has been happening. They said he made the appeal while condemning last week's attack in Maru local government of Zamfara to ensure that these sort of killings come to an end finally. And so he's going to be liaising with the inspector of police and working towards this so that we have more peace, especially in most of these hotbed areas.
Okay, that's doing Vanguard.
Vanguard. Remember, I took it that the magistrate, chief magistrate in Kano had ordered that he be remanded in prison over the allegations of he was charged for conspiracy, criminal conspiracy, culpable homicide, unlawful possession of firearms, mischief and incitement of the public disturbance because of his speech and led to the setting on fire of a party's office and killing of 2 people in the car. And the High Court yesterday in Kano, the Federal High Court in Kano, granted him bail. I'm just trying to read it so that I can't believe that the application for the bail was granted with 500 naira. I just cannot. I believe this is a typo error. And 2 reliable shorties in like sum. But I think maybe 500 million naira, that's the mistake. The court said that the shorties must be a first-class emir and a senior officer in the civil service. And they granted him bail. But, have Kano State Civil Service Forum and some other citizens and some other CSOs kicking against this bill that was granted to him, and I joined them. I don't think he should be granted bail just like that for the seriousness of the kind of offense that he was charged for. But his lawyers defended and said that he was presumed innocent until proven otherwise and entitled to some form of freedom, and so the court gave him limited freedom like this. But I don't believe it's for 500 naira.
Okay. Another story in Vanguard?
Yes, so in Kano State, said no fewer than 61 persons died from the outbreak of diphtheria in Kano, according to reading. And in totality, they've had some creative vaccination that would help to sort out this issue. I think they're having clinical and immunization interventions right now to try.
So the Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Clement Agba, was saying yesterday that the country needs 869 billion naira to conduct not just the census, but also housing census, population census, and also housing census. According to them, the government has paid 46% of the money, which is 327.2 billion so far, has been given. The entire figure is at $1.88 billion. Now, according to him, he said the figure looks huge. Of course it does. He said that, but in the United States, per person is $16. In Botswana, they spend $10. In Nigeria, it's about $6 per person. So it's very reasonable. I'm sure you can see it's very reasonable. Wow. So far, according to them, because census hasn't been conducted in 2 decades, and it's something that they're bringing in new technology. According to them, this census will be digital, green, and to be transformative. Adding that Tribune. Let's see how much time we have. Okay, PDP makes 5-point declaration to INEC on presidential poll. Some banks begin payment of old 500, 1,000 notes in Lagos, Abuja, and Delta. Many Nigerian politicians are mere opportunists, Bishop Fakbe. 10th National Assembly, Senators, Reps, APC National Working Committee to meet Tinubu over choice of principal officers. Any story we've not taken here?
Okay, let's just take the banks. So some banks have started paying old Naira notes, and the Tribune went into town and found that Sterling Bank at Yanokwaja, Access Bank at Yanokwaja as well, were paying the old 500 and 1,000 Naira notes, as well as GT Bank that issued it along with Polaris, UBA. They were paying.
Oh, fantastic.
But the acting director, corporate communications of the CBN, Issa Abdulmumin, on Saturday said, we don't have anything to say for now. Remember that, the president, Muhammadu Buhari, only executed about just the 200 naira notes, and the CBN say they must follow the directive of the
Not the Supreme Court.
of the president, not the
Not
Supreme
Supreme
Court. So they have
Who's
not
this
said
person
anything on the Supreme Court.
Who's this person talking?
Judgment.
The acting director, corporate communications of the CBN, Issa Abdulmumin.
Can they arrest him?
In fact,
Someone like that should be arrested.
yes, for contempt of court.
Yes, absolutely. You should show examples of this kind of people.
Don't have anything to
You
say
to open your mouth and say that kind of thing.
of a Supreme Court.
Should arrest you first. Use you as scapegoat.
I'm with you.
Let's go on a break.
Mo is looking for scapegoat this morning.
I'm looking for scapegoats.
I thought you don't look for contract for us.
Stay tuned.